Hello, Mira here with the next ELEX video. We are continuing where we left off, and now I wanna fight something because it's kinda getting boring just to do the quests. So let's restore our health, and then we will use some rifles that we picked up to clear up some enemies for a quest. So the rifle that I wanna use is this plasma rifle, and also we can use this one since the requirement is the same. But this one is kind of, I like it better because you can knock enemies, though this one fires faster, but this one is really nice for this level since we can knock back enemies, and that way they cannot attack us since we are kind of glass cannon kinda, and if we get hit once, yeah, that is all for us. We're done for. So let's equip this. I will go with equipping it there, and I will also remove those other stuff from the bar there, and we will need some ammo, and I will actually, let me quickly put the rest of the points into constitution. So let's I could have put them in dexterity for more damage, but yeah, I also want the constitution for 30 constitution, so I can use shields later on. So let's run to Armor Smith. He sells ammo for these weapons, so we can buy some ammo, and then we can go and fight some enemies.
I want to trade.
Right you are.
So there's these plasma and energy cells. Let's buy those. There we go. And now we'll go to the dam and do those rivers for the clerics. So we need to kill the rivers and take the detonator from them and give them to clerics. So I will hit F5 here, and I will also mute my mic so you do not hear me mashing my keyboard when I start the combat. So let's hit F5, and the idea is to use this the other rifle on this mode, so we knock them back. Really do not want to get hit by that guy.
You're in trouble now.
Magalan is a truly amazing place.
Okay, so we managed to take those two, but this is far from over. That river leader with that crazy gun
I'll get them.
is really annoying. And we got hit by him.
Let's deal with this guy.
Let's go.
Really not an easy on Ultra.
Let's deal with this guy.
I'll take care of them.
Oh man, that was intense. We finally managed to kill this guy, and we only needed like 10 minutes or so. So let's loot this guy. He should have some interesting stuff. Let me hit F5 there. And we got ourselves a weapon from him. So guys, here's the weapon. It's a heavy weapon that Flamethrower. Can we use it? Yes, we can. So let's actually equip it. And let's try this out. That's the weapon that he was using. The problem with these weapons that those weapons do not allow you to jump, or actually this is like dodge. And there's this mod, which is insane, and also this. So yeah, but I still like these ones. They allow much freer movement than the other ones. So we need to take care of other guys that are here. So let's.
That one's mine.
Okay, there we go. So this one also
There must have
didn't
been a lot
have
of civilians
anything
living here once.
that's useful, but let's. Oh, there's one
You're
more.
dead meat.
You'll pay for that, asshole.
I managed to burn myself there. And this one also didn't have anything that useful. There should be more, and I think one of them should drop something also. Oh man, there are two more. So let's. I will use Flamethrower.
What are you doing?
Oh man, I really start to love this Flamethrower. It's insane. Okay, so we got some and there's a weapon. I think he dropped it, or it was on ground, but yeah. So here's another weapon. Let's check that out. So this one requires 31 dexterity, so it's really similar to this one, but this one does more damage and this one does less, but it's same type of weapon. So let's just for fun equip it to see how it looks. So very similar to this one. Basically does the same thing. So There's some healing potions there. And I think we took care of
Get
all the
ready.
guys.
This place doesn't feel too friendly.
So let's take this and also this. There's some photograph there. I think this is some photographs. I found this on my first run, probably of photos of developers of the game that are kinda Easter eggs put in to the game. They should be like some old world kinda something before the comet hit kinda deal, but they are the developers of the game, I think. And here is a wooden shield that I really wanted. So this kind of weird. Shields are counted as one-handers, and there's that shield. We cannot equip it yet, but we will do at some point. We only need like 2 more. If we actually craft one ELEX potion, we can use it. And let's continue looting, and also let me see how we are on level. Yeah, not anytime soon. So we will probably craft that ELEX potion. Okay, I forgot about something. We can actually climb this tower, I think. If there are actually... maybe like this. And like... There is something there. But... usually these towers have ladders. This one doesn't. Should be here. Let's kinda climb this up. Maybe we can use our jetpack to get there. I was expecting more. There's something up. Let's try to get there. Okay, not really worth it, but why not? It's kinda an interesting way to get up there. Let's see what this recipe is about. Creative urge. This is a chem, I think. So it gives us +5 crafting.
Amongst the wonders lies danger. So remember, don't just carry a weapon. Train how to use it. Plan your journeys to avoid the areas inhabited by the beasts of Magalan.
And here's some nice ring.
After all, not all of Kalan's creatures are helpful and friendly as Herbert. This is me broadcasting from orbit.
It's kind of getting annoying. And here's that ring. So this ring is really nice because it gives you extra stamina, and extra stamina is always good, since if you have more stamina you can hit more times before running out of it. And hitting more times means you will have a better combo and will do more damage, of course. Let's check the roof. Looks like there's something there. Regular old iron bar. Okay, so let's hit F5 and run to those clerics and finish up that quest. Then we can... okay, like I forgot to loot that guy. And this flamethrower is kind of really nice. I think it's even better than that plasma rifle. And I didn't... I do not actually have... didn't put any talents into heavy weapons, and this is counted as heavy weapon, and it still does quite a bit of damage. And I have improved range weapons, so they should be doing more damage than the flamethrower, but flamethrower is really nice. I was wondering about something. Does this require constitution? But it requires strength. Usually those heavy weapons require strength. They require constitution, so let's finish the quest.
The Reavers are all dead.
The land must have been watching over us today. We will send a message to Ignodon. Hopefully this time they'll send us the reinforcements we need. If we can hold these monitoring posts, we can hold Abessa. Take anything you find on the Reavers. You've earned it.
I found the detonator.
And you've brought it?
Yes. Here it is.
Thank you. You could just have stopped the arms from invading Ignodon. As long as we can keep it safe this time.
You should give it to someone else.
After I lost it once, maybe I should.
I wasn't so good.
Not now.
I wasn't.
We will hold this.
I wasn't so good.
Okay, Duras doesn't like that we did this quest for clerics, I guess. Okay, let me see what else can we do. So I was wondering about this, so we need a bit more constitution, and let's now I'm thinking to either take care of some enemies. We need to buy some ammo anyway, but I am thinking either going against some enemies similar to these rivers, or actually doing the arena. And I think the arena is more interesting, but I don't want to actually equip shield and also this weapon, so we still need some more strength and dexterity, and actually even constitution, so yeah.
I want to try.
Okay, so fuel I think is for heavy weapons, so we will get I won't be using energy cells because they do not that weapon does not knock back enemies, so we're going to get those plasma. Fuel is cheaper. Let me just first for a second. So this is actually fuel. Is that for
weapons down?
Okay,
Weapons
chill, dude.
down. Smart decision.
I want.
Weapons down.
Yeah, fuel is for
Smart
flamethrower. That is kind of logical, and I will also get that those plasma cells. But I think I will go with flamethrower for the next quest. And let me just clean up the bar. We no longer, this weapon is kind of inferior to others, so I will remove it. And yeah, it's okay this way. So let's go. Let me check something out. Oh man, I was thinking, did I mute the mic and not unmute it? That can happen. That is why I do not like muting the mic. Let's see, Tavar. I think I wanna do that one. Yeah, we're going to do this one. And there's actually one more quest there. If you remember, so we will need to run from here.
Sometimes those things offer a dry, safe place to sleep in. That can be worth a lot out here in the wilderness.
There's some high-level enemies there, and I really do not want to pull them. We will fight them at some point, but there's really no point in killing them now, since there are there's no quest there at the moment. So I will try to get up here and that way avoid them. I could have gone from Tavar and that way I wouldn't pull them.
That's enough now.
I totally didn't know that this place was here. This shack or whatever it is. Looks abandoned. See what we find here. Okay, there's some journal. Let's pick it up. Let me see. That's that photograph that we picked up. And here's the journal. Oh man, I need to read this. I didn't find this on my first run. Okay, so in that journal that guy found some scrap in a river, and a scrap baron usually cheats him out of the pay, and he wants to see the Chloe and so on. Like, nothing that important there. What is that? Scavenger.
I'll get this one.
And this is the reason why I do not like Flamethrower. Come on. You move ridiculously fast with this thing. Ridiculously slow, I was going to say.
I'll get this one.
Okay, so I need to do something really quickly. So I rebounded Let me see. I rebounded that button to basically lock to enemy to the on middle mouse, but I now do not have that bounding for pulling the weapon. So yeah, it should be. Oh, I bounded it on Z. Okay. I was wondering if I bounded on something, so I can quickly pull the weapon out if I need to, and also pull it back because with this flamethrower you cannot really run, so maybe I will need to pull it back. And the Chloe told us about some tower and that some guy stashed the elixir there. Oh man, we're going to fight this.
Let's go.
Why not? I am allowing Duras to do more damage since I do not want to waste the fuel for this weapon. As long as it's on the ground and doesn't attack me and I stagger the damage, it's okay. There we go. But killing these monsters at the moment, it's kinda waste without animal trophies, so I will only kill the mobs that are along the way, maybe even try to avoid them. And once I get animal trophies, I will go back and basically kill everything that I can. And that monster wants to attack us, and there's another one there, which is kinda annoying, so let's kill this one.
I'll help you.
Okay, so we cleared up the path there. Okay, looks like it auto reloads when you basically pull the weapon down.
Remarkable country.
Interesting that this ominous note doesn't show up. I've picked them up when I first play. Maybe they bugged it with an update, or because I updated the game in and didn't start from the beginning on that new patch. But those notes usually say that some guy was there.
Even in the old world, people looked out for each other. That's what this place says to me.
So there's some guys there, and let's go and talk to them. If they do not attack us.
Oh, we got a nice catch here. Nice, nice. Fresh meat, and it got a fair amount on you. Boy, you're gonna cook up nicely.
Cook?
Oh, yes, we'll do you justice. A few sprigs of scragweed and some cogroot. Oh, and you'll be just right for us. I'll get you.
Okay, so these guys are going to attack us.
I'll take care of them.
And that was... I was worried about pulling this weapon.
All right then.
Okay, that was kinda scary because you cannot move really while using this flamethrower. Yes, it's powerful, but you should watch out. Okay, so I wasted a lot of ammo there, but I wasn't going to allow him to hit me.
Just give me a minute to calm down, will you? Calming. Calming. Whew. Shit. A moment longer and those cannibals would have had me over the fire. There's enough creatures out here trying to eat me without people trying it as well. Shit, shit! That's not something I want to go through again. Hell. You've not got anything to drink, have you? Something to help a man get his head screwed back on?
Here. This should help.
That's good. There's something about a near-death experience that makes everything taste golden. You saved me. I mean, you saved my life. And I've learned a lot about Magaland's history. But cannibals? I haven't heard of anything like that since the dark days after the comet hit. Most of what we live on in Tavar is from the past. So history is profitable. Interesting, too. You should learn it.
What are you doing out here?
The light beacon. I've always been fascinated by them. They used to be a cry for help, or a way to give help, direction, guidance. I've seen leaders come and go in the fort, and there's only one constant. You have to rely on yourself. So, I look for ruins, visit the beacons, and I find things to earn shards, so I don't need anyone else.
You came out here on your own?
That wasn't the plan, no. I know these lands better than to come alone. I was traveling with a pair of scrap collectors. They needed a lead. I needed some help. On our way there, we got ambushed by a group of clerics. I didn't want a chance to fight with them. They were much better armed. So I got out of there.
What happened to the scrap collectors?
They didn't make the same choice. That's the problem with some people of their age. They think every fight is winnable. They think running away is the wrong thing to do. Yet, here I am at my age. I just wish I'd had their legs for running. The clerics caught up with me and took me prisoner. I'm here, aren't I? I waited until it was dark and I got out. I guess they thought I was too old to guard. And I got away with their leader's weapon. I think that must have made them angry. Now those clerics are out hunting for me. You can hear their horns. That's why I thought I'd head for the beacon. Get some scrap, and get myself back to Tavar. Shards would mean safety. But you know what happened next? Damn Reavers. Life sure is cheap out here.
Tell me about Magellan's past.
Gladly. What would you like to know?
Tell me about Tavar.
Well, it might not seem like there's a lot of history here, but this place hasn't always been desert. When the comet hit, it turned this place into the wasteland you see. But not everything was destroyed. Some building complexes, like the fort, survived. Others were buried. When the sand shifts, other buildings appear. And then all the things that were left in them are there for the taking. Not that everything that's buried is good. Logan, the Duke as he's known today, they're sitting on a powder keg. Back before the comet hit, they stored weapons there. Serious, end-of-the-world weapons. And they're still there, somewhere, along with a whole stack of the usual kind.
What kind of weapons?
I know the history, not the science. I'm no cleric. But these things were supposed to destroy cities. They were supposed to destroy countries.
How could they do that?
I don't know. Big explosions. Big explosions. And the fort is sitting on top of them. That's why I want shards. I want to be a long way from here if those things ever go off.
Tell me about the factions.
Well, they're recent history. I mean, they only came about after the comet hit. Before that, there were countries and governments. Millions of people organized into groups. Nothing like now. But the comet destroyed all that. There aren't really records from after the comet hit. No one was writing things down. They were just trying to survive. No leaders. All the things they relied on to survive had gone. But it didn't take long for people to form groups to get resources. And it didn't take long for those people to start fighting. All factions think they've got ways to save us. They're all just ways people are trying to survive.
So, there are a lot of gaps in your knowledge of history?
Well, some. There were more records kept during the territory wars. That was once the factions had formed and started fighting each other. I guess as soon as you're a group, you want to start keeping a history of who you are. History becomes more important. Anyway, instead of fighting over 1 or 2 tins, the factions started fighting over land. ELEX. Resources. Any small factions that were left got absorbed or destroyed. I mean, these people were survivors, so you'd think that's what they'd want. To survive. Instead, there were yet more deaths. There aren't numbers, but I'd guess at least half of those still alive were killed. But that's just a guess. Finally, the people in charge realized the cost was too high, so they formed a council, the Great Council of Magellan, and made a non-aggression treaty.
A non-aggression treaty? That doesn't seem to have worked.
Well, peace is always fragile. The Berserkers and Clerics have totally different ideas about ELEX and technology, for a start. But after all the deaths, the factions knew they risked their own destruction if they fought anymore. So, the peace lasted, more or less. There are always some hotheads, some isolated clashes over resources. But the leaders brought their people back into line. All the factions rebuilt their lands, worked on their own rules.
So, what went wrong?
The Alps. They were just a small splinter group. They went up into Zakor, into the ice, and no groups were interested in that land. They built their strength, and then they invaded. The factions were taken completely by surprise. The Alps captured people, land, built their converters before the factions could respond. What happened to the prisoners, the dead? History doesn't speak of that.
I've heard enough.
At least you did listen. That's not always the case today.
What do you know about the Berserkers?
They were a group living up in the woods. trying to grow their own food, and they evolved from there. Everyone else was fighting for what was left, but they decided to make something new. It was some guy called Amric that started them. The new guy they have there, Thorold, the Pilgrim, sees himself as some sort of spiritual successor to Amric. He has changed things there. They're pushing out into the world more than they did. The Berserkers used to stay in Edan mostly. They'd fight to protect their borders, make assaults outside them, and then pull back. Now they're holding ground. It seems the Pilgrim wants to purify all of Edan. They're gonna use their world hearts to change the world. They want to use their magic to turn the clock back and make Magalan what it was. Well, they'll change it. But whether Magalan was ever like they say, that's just a fantasy.
How much do you know about the clerics?
Secretive lot. They probably know more about history than the others, but they keep it to themselves. But this god they believe in, Kalan, I haven't seen anything anywhere about this god in records from before the comet hit. Why they've created a god and worship technology? Well, I can't understand it. Everything else they do is about knowledge and fact and observation. So why invent a lot of hocus pocus to go with it?
Why did the clerics have so few men?
The wars. They put their faith in their fighting machines. But either their prayers weren't answered or they had a technological hitch. They went into battle with the Berserkers and their machines shut down. They were defeated. Heavy losses. Those left retreated into Ignadon. Anyone that didn't make it back was cut down by one faction or another. The clerics' numbers never recovered. I guess they must have fixed whatever the problem was with their fighting machines. It's never happened again.
Give me the cleric's weapon.
Why should I give it to you?
We help each other out, right?
Well, you had a beer from me. So yeah, all right. You can have it.
Is there something you need?
No, I'm okay. Don't waste your time on my old bones. The only thing I'm interested in is stories. And I don't think you are the storytelling type.
What do you know about the Alps?
Hardly anyone knows anything about them. I mean, other than about their attacks.
Maybe I could tell you a story about them.
Now I am curious. Do you know why they use ELEX?
It makes them stronger, of course. Greater strength, lower levels of fatigue, reduced pain. It turns men into fighting machines, and not just physically. ELEX keeps them clear thinking. It removes the emotions that could get in the way of orders.
So it means no one can argue with orders.
It reduces the chances. That's one of the reasons Alps are so successful. They operate together without question.
Not all of them. Some operate alone.
Then you've heard of the Elexitors. They rule in Zakor. They still consume ELEX, but they are given a command role.
You mean like Wardek and Kallax? Or Jax? Have you heard of them?
Yes, they are names to be feared. Though I had heard that Jax had disappeared.
So the rumors say. What else do you know about the Alps?
That they have as good as or better knowledge of technology than the clerics. That's because you and them have something in common.
Me? What have I got in common with Alps?
An interest in history. The Elexitors, well, I don't know for sure, but they have found some fragments of old world information. They're using that knowledge.
They're interested in the old world?
No, not at all. They just want the technology. Interest is emotional. The past is something that's gone. They want the future.
Interesting. Not many people seem to think about what the Alps want.
That's all I know.
That was very informative. Thank you.
How long are you going to stay here?
I think I will get comfortable here. Maybe I'll even get this light tower working. A man needs something to do in life. Life goes by.
Okay, that was quite a long conversation, so let's loot this stuff, and then we will go and turn the quest in. So we got that weapon. Let me quickly show it to you. So it's a two-hander, and the damage is kinda not that great, considering how much constitution you needed to use it, and it also doesn't have a damage type, so it's quest item, you can just turn it in. Okay, we got some map piece, and there is a purpose to them, but we will get to that later on. So let's continue looting stuff. This is kinda a cool view, though it's foggy, but yeah, it's cool. Okay, so this is the tip that Cindy told us where to find the stuff from that guy. So, can we actually hack this? Yes, we can.
I'm in.
Okay, that should be it for the looting part. Let's turn in the quest, and then I will teleport probably to Tavar, and then we will end the video. So let's go quickly and turn in the quest.
I got your weapon back.
Then I am grateful, and Kalan will hear your words. I would back you if you wanted to join the clerics. You have potential. Take this as a gesture of our appreciation. Find someone else to talk to.
Okay, so I want to go to Sinti now, and then we will finish the recording of this part. So let's go to Sinti, and then I will end this video.
It's crazy to travel out there. No, not now.
Okay, so we do not have to talk to her. So in the next episode I think I will craft some ELEX potions, maybe try to equip this sword, or we will do few more quests and get a level and then equip this sword. Then we will do the arena and so on. So thank you for watching. If you like my video so far, make sure you subscribe to my channel and also hit that bell notification icon so you do not miss when I upload next video. And see you in the next one.